Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. Roma Juve, it's already a big clash, a big game, because there are also a lot of stories linked to it, aside stories. But without waiting, oh no, it's this side. I changed side, so I have to get used to it. So here, Mo. Ciao Mo, how are you?
Ciao,
Known as
Giuseppe,
El
ciao everyone.
Tactico. Are you doing
Ciao.
well?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm happy to be back on the channel and to discuss the next game. It's going to be an exciting one. I'm really curious to see how Pirlo will do. Like the first big test here. Roma is not an easy team, so let's
It is
analyze
not
it.
easy. Was it easier to prepare than the game versus Sampdoria because we had no idea what was going to happen? Was it easier to prepare?
Yeah, it's getting a bit easier, but still a lot of mysteries. We're gonna discuss why, but a lot of people are still guessing what Pirlo is thinking and how he's gonna play and all that. So let's see if they're gonna get it right this time, because last time they were way off in terms of some players.
Before starting the video, last time you said predictions. You said that Kulusevski would score the first goal of the season. You also said that McKennie would play, and the two predictions were right. So guys, if you're watching the channel, don't forget, you subscribe to Mo's Twitter. That's an important one. And then listen to him. But don't play your house, because we never know what's going to happen. But Mo is quite good in predictions. So we will go through the expected 11, the strength, the weaknesses, and the opportunities, then the danger of the opposition team. And then we finish with prediction. Guys, I ask you today, if you want to and if you like those kinds of video, please put a maximum of like, subscribe to the channel, let us know what you think, who will play, who not, because that's really important for us to take into consideration. And also let us know what you think about this, about the new thumbnail that was just created for us by Martina of Juve Designer. I'm really curious. Are we ready to start, Mo?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start.
You guide us through a nice picture first.
Yeah, so a little bit of side stories there. So we know about Dzeko. He was very close to joining Juventus. I think last week everyone thought that that's it. It was his last game with Roma. He didn't even play. He was ready. He had his bags packed, everything. And then boom, it was blocked. We got Morata instead. The second player on the left here is Diawara. Why I want to mention him? Because something really strange happened. The sporting director, or what's his name? Yes, Longo. Yes, sorry about that. So Longo accidentally registered Diawara with the under 22 team, and then Diawara played for more than 80 minutes. So what happened? FIGC, they deducted 3 points from Roma. Instead of getting 1 point, there's 0, and they have 3 goals against.
So this one we can see now with the new rankings, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you see there is a draw for Roma and Verona, but Verona is third with 3 goals, 4, and Roma is 19th with 3 goals against. Roma appealed. Let's see what will happen. The funny thing is that director resigned and is going to Verona. So
I didn't know that.
yeah.
So actually what happened is that instead of putting him with because you have 2 lists, you have the under 22 and then the up or the players, he put Diawara. He forgot that he already made 23 years, that he already celebrated 23 years, and he put in with the youngsters. That's crazy mistake, and losing 3 points for that, because it happened years ago with Sassuolo. It's not the first time, and they also were penalized with 3 points. So I knew, when you look at the precedent, I knew they would have lost, because there was a discussion, maybe because it was not intentional, but they gave it to Sassuolo, so they had to be consistent.
That's true.
What about the expected 11s, Mo?
So I looked at Sky, Gazzetta, all these big ones, and they put exactly the same team as last week, which I find it a bit lazy from their part, because before that, when they were predicting the first game, they put only players that played also last season. So now they're like, okay, so Frabotta will play and Ramsey will play. But to spice things up, I put the Chilio is going to start and Bentancur instead of Rabiot. Ramsey is going to start, in my opinion. McKinney is a certainty. Bentancur, he showed some good promise at the end of last game, so maybe Pirlo will think about that. So it's either Bentancur or Rabiot in this case.
So you make two changes basically. The Chilio
Yeah.
on the left instead of Frabotta. Did you go for the Chilio because of experience, or is there another reason why you put the Chilio instead of Frabotta?
Because of experience, we're going to look at how Roma play and why it's important to have someone who knows how to defend on the sides. They're going to concentrate on that. We're going to discuss this in detail, but yeah, because of experience, we need someone like the Chilio. Not my favorite. I don't particularly like him, but we have no choice.
And then Rabiot, he has no 90 minutes in the legs. We saw it the last time that first 45 minutes he was really good, and then he was subbed because you see that in the second half he was really tired. Is it a reason why you put Bentancur, or you?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Rabiot. He played really well when we had every 3 games, but it was up and down sometimes. Against Milan, he scored a great goal, but yeah, he's not fit to play a full game yet. So Bentancur, to me, he is the typical regista that Pirlo likes. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think Rabiot could be a great addition in second half. And second half, we have options now. We have Dybala, who's back. We have Morata, who's in the team. So Douglas Costa, obviously, is still there. So we have a lot of options.
That's
I don't
good.
think Dybala will start for sure.
No, 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 no. They already made the mistake the last time, where in the last game of this versus Lyon, I believe, and then he got injured immediately. I think they will be really cautious with him now. What about the Roma?
Roma, they're gonna play the same formation as last season, as the last game. The only big difference, well, two big differences. Mkhitaryan, last game, he was the number 9. He was the central forward there. Dzeko is back, so he's going to take that position. So Pellegrini won't be there. And in the back, Kumbula will have his first game. Last game, it was Cristante there, who's not great also at defending. So they lost a big defender there, Chris Smalling. So it's hard to replace with Kumbula. Kumbula is really good, but is he ready to play and integrate in the team? Defenders, this is the hardest thing to integrate is staying at the back, because you have to have great understanding with the others and well, stay in your position and know exactly what the tactics are.
I'm really curious about Kumbula because a lot of people were really putting a drama on because we had to go for him, a really great defender, and so on and so on. So I'm curious to see what he can give with a bigger team than Verona this year and playing actually with expectations. If we speak about strength, weaknesses, and opportunities from Roma Juve, what is the first image that you have chosen, Mo?
Yeah, so I took an action from the last game, which is very similar to the action that we presented during the last season. You see Pedro this time is providing the ball to Spinazzola. Spinazzola will be very, very key to the Roma offense. He always delivers. He's occupying well the space on the left. So they know that Pedro normally plays on the right, but he exchanged with Pellegrini. So Pedro's providing to Spinazzola. A lot of players are going on Spinazzola, but still he manages to take the ball and gain some space. Here you see he's at the box, and you have all three players also from Roma inside the box, Pedro, Pellegrini, and Mkhitaryan.
Yeah.
So he could have passed right away, done a 1-2. Pedro is going out to provide him support, but he decides to go on his own and penetrate and take advantage of that space. He then provides a beautiful pass to Mkhitaryan, who misses. And I saw a second action that was very, very similar to that one. So Mkhitaryan didn't do really well, but once you have a player like Dzeko in there, this is really dangerous.
So if I recap quite fast, we see that Spinazzola can be a really danger because playing on the left, all the other people they are running towards, they enter immediately the box. So they create density in the box where they are waiting for the ball. You see the Verona defense quite aligned, but instead of crossing, Spinazzola continue his road with the red cross line here. Sorry, he continue and then he gives back to Mkhitaryan that missed. But if we have to pay attention to the Dzeko guy who is a killer there, he will absolutely not miss. So we have to pay attention for the different options coming from the side. Is that what you explain, Mo?
Absolutely. So we're, three players will have a really important role here. One is Bonucci in the middle because Dzeko will be there. Two, Danilo. Danilo will be there with Mkhitaryan. And three, Cuadrado with Spinazzola. So these are the three important players to stop that kind of attack. And from the other side, that's why I put De Sciglio. In the startup, I put Santon. He's not great, but still it could be a danger. So you need also a defender because most of the time they're gonna try and attack from the side.
The last time we saw that the three men they became four when defending because Frabotta went down while Cuadrado was staying up. Do you think that in those kinds of situations we can even see a five in the back, means that Danilo remaining in the middle and then Cuadrado coming back?
Yeah, definitely, because you're gonna have five attacking. You're gonna have Spinazzola from one side, Santon from the other, and you have your three up there, which is Dzeko, Pedro, and Mkhitaryan. So you need at least five.
If I may, if Pirlo is thinking about it to go with five, I would not be surprised to see Demiral starting instead of Danilo. What could be strange because Danilo, if you look at stats, was one of the best one of the field. So I don't know if he will change immediately, but if Pirlo wants to defend and block those, it would not surprise me to see it. Let's see. And then we have another strength of Roma.
Yeah, so here I took another example from last season. You see Pellegrini having many options. You have one on his left. You have Spinazzola there up front, also to the left. You have two options to the right as well. But what does he decide to do? You see Dzeko, he's exactly between two defenders there, and he sees what Pellegrini is trying to do. So Pellegrini provides the ball behind those defenders, and Dzeko is not super fast, but he reacts really fast and he scores a really nice goal there, a volley. And during that game, he scored the second goal exactly the same, but from the other side.
So we really have to pay attention between the lines. That can be a danger for Bonucci, for example, because we know that Bonucci, when he has to be a bit more aggressive and going up on the man, moving forward, he has some difficulties. He's a defender that prefers to wait. So that can be, for me, a danger, as you point out.
Absolutely.
What are they?
Bonucci has to have a great game tomorrow. Well, on Sunday.
Who will have a great game?
Bonucci has to have a great game.
I believe also. And playing versus Dzeko will not be easy for him.
Oh, he's much taller than him.
Weaknesses.
Yeah. So last season we talked about the Roma defense, and they usually attack a lot with many players, as we saw. But even when they're not attacking, they leave a lot of spaces there. So this time there was Cristante in the middle, and you see Veloso. He sees Tamizi. He provides him with a pass. Diawara is not on him. There is some space in the middle. Tamizi goes, and with one pass, he provides the ball to Faraoni. Ibanez, instead of staying on Faraoni, he goes towards Tamizi.
So, if I may interrupt, we
Mm-hmm.
see that here there are men marking one-on-one on defense. Mancini, Cristante, and Ibanez on Faraoni.
Yeah,
Tamizi passed the ball to Faraoni, but instead of man marking him, is
yeah,
going up. So here you
yeah,
see Ibanez, right?
exactly. He went on him, and he's going the wrong direction, so he has to stop his run and try to go back, but it was too late. Faraoni, he has a lot of space behind him. Spinazzola is far, he can catch him. Cristante doesn't want to go too much because otherwise he's going to leave more space behind him. And Mancini, same thing. So there's still man marking there, but they're also seeing that Faraoni is getting inside the box, which is really dangerous. So what happens is Faraoni, after getting Cristante and Spinazzola trying to go on him, he finds Tamizi also open, and Tamizi just score. Well, he shoots, he didn't score, but it was a great opportunity. And you see a lot of players also that are free inside the box. So this is really important because Juventus this year, as we saw against Sampdoria, we like to go inside the box and occupy the space. This will be very crucial. So I expect a lot of goals from Juve.
Okay. So uh, paying attention defensively with all the men that they attack. So maybe even really blocking with Quadrado, giving a support can be
Yeah,
something to defend. And then if you see up, you believe that we will be able to find a lot of spaces that they are not really organized, and that makes that we can score a lot of goal. I talked
yeah,
with Gareth from El Tactico, and El Tactico, you are El Tactico, from Tactical Role, and he said exactly the same thing. He was expecting a lot of goals, so I'm happy to see that you align on the same idea of. But it's strange because Verona at the end it was a really beautiful game, even if it was 0-0. They couldn't score, and you and Garrett, we are saying that we will score a lot of goal.
yeah.
Why?
Well, because the style of Pirlo is completely different now. From the Sampdoria game, you could see there were a lot of chances, a lot wasted, but still a lot of chances. We could have scored like easily six during that game. And you see a lot of penetration. So we analyzed a bit. You could see that the midfielders, they go inside the box. They're not holding back and waiting anymore, and they're being very, very aggressive. So if, for example, you see the Roma defenders, they have the ball, the forwards will not stay there. They're going to try and take the ball from them. And these defenders, they don't have a lot of experience. So that could be also a key thing that we're going to see on Sunday.
The danger of Roma?
Yeah, Dzeko. So I put this because, again, he was very close to joining us, but Dzeko, you could see when he wasn't there during the last game, Roma struggled a lot because they couldn't find the pivot in the middle there that could provide some access, distributes the passes to the right, to the left. Mkhitaryan couldn't take that role. So Dzeko, not only can he score, he's very important also in distributing the game. And also bringing all the defenders on him. So you see that there would be a lot of it would be very compact on him, which opens up to the sides, and this is the key play of Roma.
It's not a mystery that Juventus really wanted him.
Oh yeah,
Even Conte, he's always been a great fan of Dzeko. A lot of team. I think if he would have had the chance to play in a big team, we would have seen all the big work that he does. So
yeah.
for me also, it's a really important man. Do you think that if he scores, can we call it the goal del Lex already or not?
No, no, for sure, no.
He
But
was so close. I'm really sad for
yeah,
that man, to be honest, because he had the agreement with Juve on salary, on everything. Roma was okay with that, but De Laurentiis from Napoli looks like he didn't want to. So
no,
okay.
no.
Predictions. Oh, I have a few questions in the predictions. First of all,
Yeah,
do you think we will see the first minutes of Morata?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
and then
Second half.
the score.
I'm gonna go with 3-2 this time.
Okay, okay. So here it is, guys. If you want to, I hope it's for Juventus, right, Mo?
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
So 2 for Roma, 3 for Juventus. At the prediction of Mo. Who scores?
The first one or all of them?
Like you want the first. Let's say the first one.
First one this time is gonna be Cristiano. We're gonna see a McKinney goal.
Oh,
And the third one, a Morata goal.
guys, this was it for me. Thank you for following the channel again. I hope you enjoyed the format because it's really a hard work. And as always, I really thank Mo because of the really big work he's doing. Take your time, watch the video 1 time, 2 time, put a like. Remember so that you are prepared to see the game. I learned a lot of things last season with Mo thanks to those kind of videos. So I hope you are enjoying as well. Mo, as always, I give you the channel. You close as you want. It's your turn.
So first of all, thank you, Martina. Thank you, Giuseppe, for this, and thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed Sampdoria better after our video, and I hope you're gonna enjoy this game as well. And subscribe, follow this guy, like, and fino alla fine.